name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card that you guys voted on, and it's going to be what would they say to you. And you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages, where I channel your person. But in this reading, we are going to just lay it out on the table, quite literally, if there was no ego or fear or blockages, or for some of you who are no contact, if there was contact, what would they say to you? I have 3 piles for you to choose from. I have pile number 1, 0, 0, 0. I am a creator. I have pile number 2, 22. I am aligned. I'm actually filming this 8/22/22. I don't know if it's going to be up today, but maybe 22 is significant to you. And then I have number 77 with pile number 3. I am brave. All right, you guys. So we have 3 piles to choose from. All the timestamps are linked down below, as well as the extendeds. I will see you guys in your pile. Hello, gorgeous souls who chose 000 for pile number 1. I am a creator. I'm so excited to be here, to be filming. I am filming in this gorgeous, rainy, thundery weather right now, and I'm so happy about it. My tarot office obviously has a window, and I'm just watching the rain pour down. I hope you guys can hear the thunder or the rumbling of it. I can. I definitely am enjoying it. I'm located in Texas. That doesn't really happen, especially in the month of August. So I'm excited. The whole forecast this week is rain and thunder. Let's get it. All right, you guys. So we are going to be talking about what your person would say to you. There's no fear, there's no ego, there's no boundaries. What would they say to you? We're going to lay it out on the table, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages, where I just full on channel your person. You guys chose the angel number 000. You are one with the creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. I am a creator. So you guys might be seeing this number a lot, 000. There might be a lot of synchronicities connected to zeros. To make sure if this is your pile, however, I am going to read the energy of you and your person, and you can flip-flop it. So I could be reading your person, and then this could be you. However it resonates, feel free to flip-flop it however you want. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna put 000 on the side here. So this could be you, or this could be your person. They're being represented, or you're being represented by the oyster spirit. We have Virgo. Happy birthday to my Virgos. We just entered Virgo season. We have healer, and we have engineer. Okay, this person or you got 2 archetype cards. Then we have the deer spirit, Taurus. So lots of earth. We have some water as well with the oyster spirit, and we have the archetype rescuer. And then I wanted to pull a card for the current energy between you two. And I'm realizing that I have to get my deck out. And this is a cool deck because it's the energy of tarot. So it's technically also a tarot deck. I've seen some readers use it as a tarot deck, which I think is brave. Okay, we have spiritual union. All right. Lovely. So you guys could currently be together in a relationship. This could be someone that is your person, and you just quite literally want to know what they're saying to you, or you could be separated from this person and you guys still have a very spiritual and telepathic bond. This spiritual union card is very symbolic, obviously, of the 2 of Cups here, and the 2 of Cups talks about, you know, engagement. It talks about chemistry. It talks about compatibility. For some of you, this could be somebody completely new that you're just sort of getting to know. You're dating them, and you just kind of not want to know what they would say to you. Maybe this person is very stoic. Maybe they're the oyster spirit. Maybe they are just not good at expressing themselves or articulating their feelings when it comes to words. And maybe you're more expressive with the deer spirit. So the oyster spirit, we also have water here, along with Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The oyster spirit is interesting because obviously on the surface it's a hardened shell. You know, so it's someone who I'm sensing Cancer, someone who is kind of like rough around the edges, someone who is very protective of themselves, and it's very hard to get maybe even to get to know them, because you know that they have like some sensitive elements to them. Maybe you guys are spiritual to the point in which you're like, okay, well, they must be sensitive, otherwise how did they attract me? You know, maybe that's like your thought process. I do think this person has a layer of sensitivity. I do think they have natural healing ability or healing energy. This person could be a healer. They could be quite literally a nurse or a doctor or into holistic medicine, or they could, like I said, just have really good vibes. It's so funny though, because every time I see this fucking card though, I think of like a hairdresser, and I'm like, to me, healing on its finest level is when I get my hair done. So yeah, that's just me though. Some people like massages. I like to get my hair done. All right, so we have Virgo as well, and we do know Virgos to be natural healers and very divine in that light, but we also know them to be very practical, very logic oriented. They are ruled by Mercury, you guys, so this person could sort of have like an engineer kind of brain, or this could be you that I'm describing. So the oyster is someone who is very patient, like I said, rough around the edges. This is someone who is kind of a secret keeper. They're hiding their inner treasures. They're not very quick to open up. They kind of take their inner gifts for granted. So this person could be very attracted to the occult, to spirituality, to healing, but they just don't really know what to do with it. But I do feel like this is someone who withdraws. I feel like they can be very shy. I feel like this is someone who doesn't necessarily, they're like reluctant and hesitant to completely open up. I feel like this person's very protective of themselves, or they're just naturally stoic. Like, it could have nothing to do with past trauma. It could just be that they just don't open up that easily. And this could be someone that you're currently dating and getting to know, and there's a lot of chemistry between you, a lot of compatibility, like you're very interested in this person, but you're not really sure how they're feeling about you, what they're thinking about you, and like really what they would say to you. Maybe you even feel that they might be hiding something and you're trying to figure out what that is. I did a video on that the other day, what they're hiding, so definitely check that out. This is not a video on that. This is a video of what this person would say to you, and I feel like this is someone who thinks a lot with the engineer spirit, and you can maybe even tell through their energy they're definitely thinking, but they're not saying. They're not like, oh, you look gorgeous today, or oh, I'm so in love, or like they're not saying anything. So this person could be playing it really smooth, or this, like I said, could just naturally be their energy, or again, you guys flip-flop it however it resonates. This could be you. Then we have the deer spirit. The deer spirit, I know off the back of my hand, is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be a Taurus, they could be a Taurus, or have any of those earth elements in your chart. But the deer spirit is someone who is very lovable, is very loving, is someone who is very generous, very giving. This is someone who is looking for love, is kind of like a hopeless romantic. I view the deer spirit as someone who is a natural mother or father. So you or this person could be a natural mother or father. This is someone who's very intuitive. This is someone who is seeking a family. I feel like the deer spirit is someone who's very nurturing and compassionate naturally, and I feel like maybe that's even why you guys are so compatible, because you both have elements of healing energy. We have rescuer archetype as well, and then Taurus. I know my Tauruses are just like their love language is so strong. They're just like, let me cook you something, let me give you something, I love you. Like, I love Tauruses. So I feel like with the rescuer card here, it's just like the deer spirit is constantly looking, like their love language is acts of service, like quite literally. They're trying to help, they're trying to like pitch in, they're trying to, you know, take a load off someone. And I feel like you guys connect because you're both givers, and you both, maybe there's a lot of reciprocity in this connection, and things are going really smoothly, but the only problem is this person doesn't express themselves that much. Now, I'm not saying the deer spirit is that expressive, but they are affectionate. So you'll know through physical means that this person is into you. So if you were the oyster spirit and they're the deer spirit, you know, maybe again, you still don't know what they would say to you, because they'll show you physically like how they feel, and they're very affectionate and very kissy and very like things like that, and very tender, but they don't like necessarily verbalize it in words. You know what I'm saying? All right, so if this is sounding like your pile, you're in the right place. I might just kind of pull this to the side and then I'm going to build on top of it. But we are going to be talking about what this person would say to you. So I'm going to kind of put this to the side in a way that makes sense to me and is also still aesthetic, and I'm just kind of talking to myself. Okay, so I'm going to revisit your angel number. I'm gonna put it right here. All right, and then we have spiritual union as the energy between you two, which is the Two of Cups. So what do we start with, you guys? We start with Oracle, do we start with Tarot? I think we should start with Tarot. Okay, and I'm using this really pretty deck. Shout out to Sarah who gifted this to me. I love you, Sarah. I hope you're doing well. My gorgeous Sarah. Okay, so what would this person say to you? It's a little difficult to shuffle, not gonna lie. So there might be some cards that fall out. I'm going to take what I feel called to take. What would this person say to you? What would group number one's person say to them? Okay, we have strength, like fortitude, vitality. I'm thinking I'm going to put the spiritual union card in the center as well. And I know that you guys can't necessarily see these, but there's no reason why you can't. Let me kind of adjust it. But again, like I said, we will revisit them. I used to watch this tarot reader like back in the day, and strictly she like put them up. Like the camera was facing that way, but it was like so cool to me. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, and she did the most awesome, oh my god, I have to think of her name so you guys check her out. It will come to me. She did the most awesome 18 plus, that's where I got the idea to do it, was hers. Like, to me, she started that. So we have the Two of Wands. I know she didn't, or maybe she did, I don't know, but to me, that's how I discovered 18 plus tarot, and I was like, woo, this is juicy. We have strength. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. What would they say to group number one? Ah, not in the candle. Five of Pentacles. Okay. So far, I mean, I feel like what this person would say to you is that okay. I feel like this person is feeling really good about the connection as well. So if you were feeling good about it, if you were feeling that Two of Cups energy, it's reciprocated. I feel like it's mutual. This person is feeling good about it. They're feeling good about you. They feel like you guys are really good together. There's a lot of compatibility, a lot of chemistry for a lot of you. This is a very, very new connection. You guys are both sort of still discovering each other. With a Two of Wands, there's a lot of like flirtatious energy. Like it's like really the twos and the twos, the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands. It's like you're still really getting to know each other. You're still dating. You're still, you know, building through those like initial steps. And I feel like this person really likes your energy. They think you're very flirtatious. They're very passionate about you. And I don't think this person is passionate. Well, it sounds bad to say, but like I have a point. Like I don't think they're passionate about much, and it doesn't mean that they're like not a passionate person, but I think it just takes something very special to make them passionate. Otherwise, I feel like this person's very routine. I feel like their life is kind of dull. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like this person. And if they are in the medical field, if they're a nurse, if they're a doctor, you know, they're in this very sterile environment. They work long hours. You know, it's not to trash them. You know, routine is good. Stable is good. It's just to say that there's no sparkle, and you're that sparkle right now to them. And they're looking at the connection as something more along the lines of long term. So if they're very slow moving, you guys, or if they're taking a long time to initiate this or to make plans with that, but they are like, they have good follow through, but they're just kind of like taking their sweet time, and you're like, well, aren't they worried that I'm seeing other people or I have options? Like, they're not the kind of steadfast Knight of Wands energy, King of Wands, like, let me get you, let me cuff you, let me put a ring on it, like month one. That's not the kind of person you're dealing with, group number one. You're dealing with the kind of person that, you know, is a tortoise. You know, the tortoise will win the race, not the hare. But they look at things in different structures, and structurally speaking, they want to take their time with this because they see it as an investment of time and energy. And I do feel like this person really wants to lay down a stable foundation with you. Like, they do want to really get to know you. They do really want to see if you guys work for each other, fit with each other. This is the kind of person that wants to see red flags up front. Not that you have any, you know, but they're just very kind of smart about their approach to relationships, where the deer spirit is a little more like a romantic at heart, a little more whimsical, a little more like, let's just go all in, like, fuck it, you know. So there's kind of opposing energies in your approach to love and to dating. So I could see the deer spirit being like, okay, well, do they even like me? But they definitely do. And they're definitely what they would say to you is they're looking at this in terms of more like a process. And I know that sounds ridiculous, which is maybe why they don't say it out loud, but that's how their brain works. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I do want to clarify it. It is interesting to me, but it does represent insecurity for some. It represents recovery, but it talks about something to do with material or financial. It could even be that this person's been hurt in the past when it came to like long-term commitment. Maybe this person has been cheated on, and they're just they want to make sure that they're putting their time and energy in the right place. Okay, so clarifying strength, we have the Sun. So we have Leo energy here, and the Sun is a beautiful, beautiful card to get because it represents just bliss. You know, this person is so far very happy with where things are going. We have the Ace of Cups, which is clarifying the Two of Wands. Like I said, they're liking dating with you, they're liking talking to you, they're liking flirting with you, they're liking getting to know you. Some of you guys are in a relationship. I haven't been flip-flopping between scenarios because it's a little exhausting, but it's just like a huge majority of you guys just met this person. Some of you are with this person, you just kind of want to know what they would say to you, but for those of you who are like quite literally in a whole ass relationship with them, you've been with them, this is coming towards marriage or some sort of upper echelon of commitment, in that maybe you move in together, or, you know, I think for a lot of you that are in a relationship, it's marriage, and you've been building and laying down the foundation, even financially. So maybe this person knows that you'll want a wedding or you'll want a ring, and they're trying to financially plan, which is why we have that Five of Pentacles coming out. But they are very, very fucking happy with you, and they do see a like long life with you. All right, you guys, and that Ace of Cups, for those of you who are in a relationship, like I said, could represent some sort of new offer or opportunity. It could be a ring, it could be a house, it could be a baby. But for a lot of you, I think you are just sort of getting to know this person. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, elevation, adaption, the wheel turning into a new cycle. This person wants to make sure that their investment is worth their while. We have the Five of Pentacles, and clarifying that, we have Justice. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this person was treated unfairly in a past. I kind of want to turn the fan on. I know that's crazy because it's raining, but I do. I feel like this person was hurt in the past, and they really don't want to repeat the same mistakes. So they are like moving pretty slowly for one reason, that's just how they are. They're slow to warm, they're rough around the edges, they don't really want to reveal their innermost secrets and desires just to anybody. And for others, like I said, they do have some bad past experiences, they do have some trauma that they've been through, and they're trying to watch out for that. They don't want to necessarily, put that in the forefront of the connection. So I think they're trying to heal it. They're trying to find balance within themselves to open up to you, because you have nothing to do with their past and they see that. So I think something that they would also say to you is like, I think they would open up to you about their past. They would be like, okay, this is what's happened and this is what's gone down and this is, you know, why I'm approaching things the way I'm approaching it. What would they say? We have surrender. So yeah, I think they're trying to surrender to the connection, surrender to the intense feelings and desires that they're feeling towards you in the connection. This person is very attracted to you. And they're very attracted to, like, you're very physically ideal to them. Like, you are a dream to them. We have flow. I think they're also just trying to like go with the flow. Like, they're not trying to force anything. I don't think this person wants to rush into anything. What would this person say to you? Okay, we have dolomite and angelite. Two really great crystals, by the way. Dolomite, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. And spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. So this person could have a spiritual community of their own. They could be religious. They could go to church. This could be even that you guys connect on spiritual aspects, and that's something that they really enjoy about you. And that's something I think that they would say to you as well, is they feel very connected to you spiritually. And maybe you have uplifted their faith. I do think this person is trying to approach this from a positive mindset as well. What would this person say to you? What would this person say to you? Wow, wedding. Okay, so for those of you where you've been in a relationship with this person, they want to have, they want to give you a wedding. They want to have a marriage with you. And those of you, I mean, there's going to be like, it's just going to decrease in how many people this resonates with. But those of you who are like already married to this person, and then you hadn't had a wedding, they want to give that to you. But they definitely want to get married. And then even, you know, if you know this already, take what resonates. Like, let's say you're just dating this person, they're viewing you as such an ideal, and that's why they're not in such a rush, because if this is going to last long term, if this is going to lead to marriage eventually, you know, this person wants to make sure that they do everything properly and that there is a good amount of balance. You guys could have met through a spiritual community, and maybe that's why we have these cards and they're sort of connecting with you on that. So let's pull some tea leaf oracle. So we have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. We have chain of events that will affect your life. And that doesn't have to be a negative thing. This could be that this person is going to have a huge impact on your life, which you'll come to find. And the Wheel of Fortune is very significant in changes happening within your life. We have horse, short journey. Some of you who live at a distance from this person, they want to take a short journey towards you. We have happiness. So that's that sun energy. I think overall there is a lot of happiness and joy that this person is feeling in this connection. We have legs, stepping into a new experience. So some of you guys quite literally are going to be getting into a relationship with this person. I also just posted the rest of 2022, and you know, you could check that one out and see what pile you are, but I talk about love as well in that video. We have September. So this person quite literally could be a Virgo, or you could be a Virgo. They have a birthday coming up, or something significant is going to happen in September. We have apple, temptation will test you. Interesting. Okay, for some of you, you could be dating other people or have other options, and maybe apple's coming up because those options might look good on the surface, but they're not stable and practical, and you know, worth it in the long run. I don't know. We have seahorse, family matters. And dog barking, advice from a friend. Okay. So I think there's going to be some significant changes happening in your life with or without this person, but it will affect this person if you guys continue to closely have this relationship and this connection with one another. But I feel like what they would say to you ultimately, and maybe even they would say to you that they have some temptations in their life, or they have some sort of family matters, something going on. Maybe they have a friend in their ear that is being negative about you or the connection. But I definitely think a big thing they would say is that they are really happy with you. They really admire you more than you know. They're looking towards and forward to September. Maybe they're taking a trip towards you in September, or there's something significant about September. Okay. What would they say to you? What would they say to you? We have you and I were too young. This is not my favorite channeled oracle deck because it's so, I don't know. I'm gonna hold my comments. I might pull from mine. I wish I could take back my words. We both know I'm not the one for you. What would they say to you? And I want to feel that way again. Okay, so these channeled oracles are making it seem like this is a connection from the past, but I don't really think it is. Like I said, not my favorite channeled oracle deck. I'm going to pull from mine, in which this is someone from the past. I haven't really been speaking to that. I've been really talking about people who have just met this person or people who have been with this person. And I don't really want to backtrack all the way towards like, okay, maybe this is someone from the past, because I'm just intuitively not getting that. I feel like these oracles are coming out because, you know, maybe this person and you, maybe this person is not very good at articulating their feelings. Maybe for some of you, you guys got in a quarrel or an argument of some sort. With you and I, we're too young. Maybe you met this person in the past, but nothing really came about it, and you're trying things again now in the present. And I do feel like this person has some sort of level of insecurity, and they might see that you're sort of a temptation to them, or they might see that you are very, very attractive, and other people are probably wanting to come after you. So maybe they feel like inferior to that, which again seems like a personal problem, a personal insecurity having to do with themselves. But they could have that complex within them. So we have, I think it's sexy how ambitious you are. I dream about having a house and kids with you. So this is, not to brag, but like my channeled oracle's so much better. Just kidding. Yeah, this is sounding really more like your person. I dream about having a house and kids with you. Something maybe that they haven't verbalized to you or expressed. Maybe they have, but just not as often, or maybe this is even double clarification. But yeah, this person thinks about having more of these like practical things. I've never experienced intimacy like this. So maybe this person has always had a tough time opening up to people. They've never really quite felt comfortable, but they feel comfortable around you. And they feel like they can really experience true intimacy. We have don't wait for me. Some of you live at a distance, and this kind of makes this person, oh, sorry, Jackson. This just dropped my deck all over him. It kind of makes this person a little insecure because they don't want, you know, and especially if they are slow moving, or they're slow moving to lay down a foundation, maybe move to your city or create something for you guys. They're like, if something happens in the meantime of me working towards this, don't wait for me. Like, I do feel like this person is just kind of like you know, it, like I said, they're not the steadfast King of Wands, Knight of Wands type. They're not going to like try to lock you down and compete with other people and like hit them with a wand or a baton or whatever the fuck. You know, this is a person who's kind of like, if, you know, an opportunity comes and I'm not there yet and I can't provide for you, then take that opportunity. Don't deny the opportunity. And it's like, it's almost selfless because that's just how much they like love you. I know you have a lot of options. I wish you would tell me how you feel. Okay, so maybe both of you guys don't necessarily express that to each other. And I know they're jealous. Okay, so some of you have some friends, mutual friends, I want to marry you, that are in, like, kind of evil eyeing the connection. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Some of you guys have some people surrounding you that are not big fans of you guys getting together. And it could stem from jealousy. So what is some advice for this connection? And then we're going to extend this, and the extension is going to be channeled messages. I'm going to channel your person fully with a full tarot deck and see just, you know, like a full-on monologue of what they would say to you. So what is advice for group number 1 about this connection? Some advice for group number 1 about this connection. Advice for group number 1. Okay. Okay, we have sensuality. Embracing sensuality doesn't necessarily mean you're a middle-aged swinger. It simply means you're savoring one of the coolest aspects of being alive, sensory input. It's time to get decadent and reward yourself with gifts for the senses. You could drop a wad of cash on champagne and chocolate, or you could tune in and enjoy the incredible gifts around you. The taste of an orange, the sound of the forest, the texture of corduroy. I don't know your life. The point is, it's time to savor whatever your senses can grab a hold of, even if that means you're being sensual. Gross. I love that. So maybe you guys need to be more sensual with this person, or maybe you, I don't know. I'm not gonna take this advice however you want, however it resonates. I love you guys so much. I really hope that resonated. Definitely leave a comment down below if it did or if it didn't. And I hope to see you guys again soon. I'm going to extend this, which will be channeled messages. That is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy. I am booking private readings. If you are interested in booking one, send me an email and I will send you instructions on how to book. I will see you guys in your extended. Love you. Bye. Hello, group number 2. If you guys chose 22, you might be seeing 222 a lot. You guys got master number 22. We are here today because we are going to be talking about what your person would say to you. And I'm really excited. It's raining and it's just beautiful outside. So it's a perfect weather to do a tarot reading, I feel like. All right, you guys. So you got number 22. And this is I am aligned. You are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything that you wish. Love that for you. I am aligned. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the middle. I'm basically gonna figure out if this is the right pile for you. So I'm gonna pull the energy of you and your person, and then kind of mutually what is going on between you two, what is happening in this connection, and then we will dive into it. If it's resonating with you, then you'll know that it is your pile. If not, then there are different piles you can choose from. So, and again, this could be you or this could be your person, but you can flip-flop the energies however it resonates. We have the horse spirit. We have Luna ruling over Cancer, and we have Damsel. Okay, for whatever reason, it's so interesting. I was thinking of Cancer, like Cancer season, Cancers in general, Cancerian energy, like before I even flip this over. Okay, And then we have Exorcist for the archetype. We have Aries, and we have the Tarantula, which I don't know too much about the Tarantula, so I'm going to take a little look in the book. And then the mutual energy between you. What is the mutual energy between pile number 2 and their person? Okay, you guys got 2 cards. We have the waiting game and power. Okay. So another 2, number 8, ruling over the 8th month Leo season, power representing strength. And then we talked about having power here. And I am filming this at 8:22. So this is kind of interesting already. Some cool synchronicities. Okay, so let me make sure we're in frame and do any sort of adjustments. Okay. All right, you guys. So we have Damsel, we have Luna ruling over Cancer. So you could be a Cancer, or your person could be a Cancer. And then the horse spirit rules over, I believe, Earth. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus is also present here. The horse spirit in the animal spirit deck oracle book is very mystical. It's also someone that exhibits a lot of like personal strength and even physical strength. This is someone that, goes to the gym a lot, or you go to the gym a lot. This is someone who has a lot of energy. But on top of like physically being kind of inept, the horse spirit is someone who really can achieve anything. And I think the physicality is just sort of symbolic, or it's an example of how they're very determined and full of willpower, and they just come with a huge amount of momentum and reliability. So the horse spirit is someone who is very reliable, is someone who is very supportive, is someone who is fully awakened and fully alive, and can be very freedom loving at the same time. The physical stamina, which is the exercise, and then the mental focus, which is the meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. So there could be this beautiful balance of spirituality and practicality with the horse spirit person. We also have Damsel. So understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So I honestly feel like, and then we have Cancerian energy. I've always felt like Cancers were very fiercely independent. Part of that is their protective shell, in that they don't want to get hurt and they don't want to rely on other people, because they are very self-aware that they can be codependent. But for the most part, I do feel like Cancers that I've met are very independent. So I feel like the horse spirit is very independent. This could be you that I'm describing, or this could be your person. Then we have the Exorcist and Tarantula and Aries. And I'm assuming Tarantula rules over fire as well. And then we have Aries. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius present here. So the Tarantula, enough, calm yourself. The Tarantula is someone who follows their intuition. But I feel like they follow their intuition at impulse, and not even like in an impulsive way, but following their intuition in that they don't think twice. It's like giving me fool energy from the tarot. Like they just kind of blindly take leaps of faith, and it is like really hard to do that. So there is like a lot of faith on their part, a lot of spirituality, a lot of intuition, but at the same time it can also be seen as impulsive, I feel like. I feel like the Tarantula also lives in prioritizing their life's deeper purpose. So they could be someone that is very aligned with their work, or they're very aligned with, their legacy, or they feel like they have a purpose and they really want to execute it. We also have Exorcist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. So I feel like this is someone who truly was destructive and impulsive, and they've grown and awakened, and they're now more spiritual, and by being more spiritual, they've definitely learned the difference between like impulsiveness and intuition. taking leaps of faith and just blindly going off a cliff. You know, so I feel like this is someone who's done a lot of inner spiritual work and soul work. This is someone who is very patient and calm. And I feel like this is someone who makes a really good friend. They choose wisely, like who they interact with. So if this is your person, they're definitely choosing wisely in interacting with you, or if this is you, you're choosing wisely to interact with them. But mutually, I feel like you guys both are very spiritual. Like you connect on spirituality and you connect on wanting to move forward and grow. I think you both are very expansive and you really want to grow. And I think there's a lot of power in that, which is why power is coming. And then it also makes sense why we have I am aligned, because, you know, the tarantula spirit and the horse spirit even, well, I feel like the horse spirit is already very aligned. But I feel like the tarantula spirit, their mission is to become centered and aligned. Okay, so with the waiting game, this could be, like for some of you, this really could be a friendship. But I know a lot of you aren't here because of a friendship, like a platonic friendship. I am sensing both friendship and romance here. But if it is a romance, I do feel like there is a waiting game at play, divine timing, separation, sometimes sporadic contact. And it could be that you guys live in separate like areas or cities, or you live at a distance, or if you guys are in the same city, there's a lot of work or a lot of things that come up and your schedules just end up conflicting, that it, like you both want to see each other, but it always ends up feeling like there is some sort of divine timing at play that is separating you two. Okay, so if this is sounding like your reading, we're going to get right into it, and we are going to talk about what they would say to you. What they would say to you. And I think I'm going to just move these over to the side because I always love to have the energy still present. Okay, and then I'm going to put this right here. Okay, so what would they say to you? What would they say to you? Whoa. Spirit, what would group number 2's person say to them? What would group number 2's person say to them? This is a little bit of a difficult deck to shuffle for obvious reasons. Okay. I will take this one. Another 2. We have the 2 of Swords. There's some sort of indecision, some sort of back and forth going on here. What would group number 2's person say to them? What would group number 2's person say to them? We have the Ace of Swords. Well, they definitely would say something. I think they definitely want to have a conversation, especially if there has been a lot of different separation, a lot of different sporadic contact moments. What would group number 2's? And I feel like there's a breakthrough even, you know, happening in this connection. Maybe alignment here with the Master number 22 is in regards to alignment within this connection because it hasn't been very aligned. We have the 5 of Swords coming out. The 10 of Pentacles. What is going on between you two? Okay, I need to take a sip of water. Group number 2. Okay. I need to clarify. So we have the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles coming out. Clarify the 2 of Swords for me. We have the Dawn of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords for me. The World. Okay, so this breakthrough, this conversation, this communication is so needed. For some of you, This is an ex. I mean, or it's someone that you consider an ex, but it wasn't necessarily like a full-on relationship or commitment, but this was someone you were involved with. For some of you, could have been like a casual friends with benefits, but there ended up being a lot of drama. And or it could have been like, this was like, I sensed platonic energy because you guys started off as friends and then it became something more, and maybe it got messy. We have the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords for me. Clarify the Five of Swords for me. The Three of Wands. This could be a no contact or sporadic contact. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me. Sun. Wow. Okay. All right, group number 2. With the Two of Swords, there's definitely been a lot of back and forth, a lot of confliction, indecision, avoidance even. Clarifying that we have the Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords, reflection, diligence. I mean, I honestly feel like there's been a lot of games, like a lot of mind games, a lot of texting games. I feel like maybe if you didn't respond fast enough, this person would take their sweet time texting you back. But the thing is, like, okay, I'm sorry, like, I'm taking this pause, but I'm just reading, like, multiple scenarios, but I'll just kind of, like, outline what I'm hearing. The thing is, like, for some of you, this is someone that you've just sort of started talking to, you've been, like, seeing a little bit. Maybe it's even been, like, it's new, the connection is new, but you've been talking for, like, quite a while. Maybe even online, because it's been so hard to shack up. It's been so hard to make plans because of like literal circumstances, but also games. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this person is playing games. I feel like they're emotionally immature. And I don't think I'm the first reader to say that to you. So comment down below if you've heard that in a different reading. But the point that I'm trying to make is they really like you. Like, whoever you are, if this is like a platonic friendship, or if this is even an ex friends with benefit situation, or if this is a new person that you started dating or talking to, they really like you. And I think they're just like afraid to come off too strong. Like, they're really afraid, like they want to come at you with the Ace of Swords energy, like the world energy. They want to travel towards you. For some of you, travel is quite literal. Like, they want to see you, they want to travel towards you. They want to talk to you normally, but I think they feel like they come off too strong, or maybe you're really busy and you don't respond as quickly as they want, and then they read into it. This person thinks a lot. So we did name energies like Cancer and Earth and Fire, but there's a lot of air here as well. There is Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So I feel like this person overthinks. Also, they're wildly attracted to you and your curves. They love your curves. They love your booty. Some of you guys have a full-on shelf going on. Really snatched jawline, just gorgeous features. And that's so not a part of the reading, but it's coming out. You know, that's how attracted they are to you. And I think because they're so attracted to you, they're just like really overthinking the whole thing. And I feel like with power, there's like power plays, or there's a switch of position of power. Sometimes you have the power, sometimes they have the power. For those of you where this is a past situation, there has always been power plays, but I feel like there is a breakthrough within the connection, and it could have been that this needed to happen at divine timing. But I feel like this person might be traveling towards you, or reaching out to you, or coming back into your life some way, somehow, to reconcile. I don't know what will come out of it, but I know that their hope and expectation is for the best. I think it would take a lot, if this is someone from the past for you, group number 2, to mend and heal whatever did happen, because we have the Five of Swords energy. But I feel like it could be a good development opportunity to try to see what could happen here, especially if the universe is bringing you back together. In most cases, it would be like, okay, don't fuck with an ex or someone from the past. But I feel like in this case, there was like something divine here in them coming back. And we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. So there is some sort of promise of opportunity or satisfaction, a culmination of sorts. For those of you where this is a newer person and it's like kind of back and forth, kind of wish-washy, I think they're really stressed out because either you or they or both of you are legitimately busy. And then on top of being busy, you guys aren't communicating properly to each other because there's games being played. It could be that they're playing games with you, or you could be playing games with them. But the point is, there's something in the communication that's really lacking. Like, I think this person really wants to give this their all, and I do think they want to speak more. But I think they're just kind of like, they don't want to come off too strong or come off like they're so obsessed with you. But I do think it kind of like, there's like a competition vibes. Like, if you're playing hard to get, they want to be the one playing hard to get. But there's so much opportunity between you two. Like, you guys definitely have a spiritual connection. And I think what this person really wants is the 10 of Pentacles and the Sun. Like, they really want to have it all with you. They think this connection is sweet. They think there could be a lot of sweetness in the connection, and that's something that they don't want to jeopardize. So what they would say to you is that they're conflicted, that they are really conflicted when it comes to communication. They could have had someone in their ear, maybe even a bro or a girlfriend saying, you know, girlfriend if they're a girl, you know, I don't think they're in a relationship. Like, yo, back off. Like, you're hitting this person up too much. Like, you look desperate. Like, I feel like they had the outside influence of someone else being like, you're acting weird towards this person. And they kind of did back off because they felt like maybe they were acting weird, even though they were just really excited. So something they'd say to you is like, I'm super conflicted. Honestly, if I wanted to do it my way, I would just come towards you fully because I truly like you, and I truly can see myself being in a long-term commitment with you. Sorry about that. I could truly see myself being in a relationship with you, and I could truly see myself being super happy. I mean, I already am happy just knowing you, and I think that you are just like so sweet. Like, you fill my life with sweetness, and they really love your energy. They feel like you really match their energy. What would they say to you? They're trying to have faith in the connection, especially if you guys are in separation and there is like an actual distance. They're trying to figure out how they can come towards you and how they can come through. And I feel like they're trying to surrender at that. And that's something that they would also say to you, that they feel that this is very like spiritual, this connection between you two, and that they would really want to bring things forward in some sort of way. What would they say to you? And they're trying to surrender the things that are not in their control. Never-ending story. So this could be a thing that's just been happening over and over again. And I don't think that it necessarily will be that way forever. We have a change in the wind and Treasure Island and Yin. So I definitely feel like there is a lot of really positive developments that are going to be happening. Like, I think they legitimately want the best for this connection, and they want it with you. I don't think this is like the kind of thing where I'm picking up a lot of heavy energy, a lot of secrets. Like, okay, so the game playing, I don't think is because there's something to hide. And I did just upload a video recently on like, what are they hiding, if you want to check that out. I legitimately think this person is kind of a dork. Like, yes, they're emotionally immature, but it's like in a very novice, innocent way. Emotionally immature, not in a toxic way, but in a way in which they just don't like you're like out of their league, or they feel like you are. They just don't know how to approach you differently and approach the situation differently. So they're not trying to be like an asshole. I honestly think they had like a friend tell them like, yo, you're acting crazy and desperate for this girl or this guy, you know? So I feel like they're just trying to like surrender and be cool. Like be cool is like the energy. I do think though overall there is like a change. For whatever reason, Spirit has been kind of, you know, dangling you two around like a puppet. I do think aside from the gameplay, there has been a sense of like divine order in the situation, and that you guys are not necessarily supposed to come together just yet for whatever reason. But I feel like that is changing. So what would they say to you? They really want to give to you. They really see you as really special, like with yin energy and Treasure Island. They're not going to give up on you or this connection anytime soon. I think this person is pretty they're pretty solid about you. Like yeah, I mean, they could be just like in their honeymoon phase with you, but they're pretty serious about you and the connection so far. And I think they legitimately want to see this through. So we have unrequited love coming through. And I feel like this person thinks maybe you're not that into them. And we'll channel them in the extended, like what they would like say to you. I'll literally channel your person. But I think maybe they're trying to be cool. Cause like, look at, he's kind of like kissing her hand and she's looking away. We have like some bystanders, some friends. So maybe their friend, and I don't know why I keep saying they have this friend or whatever that's in their ear, but I just really get that energy. It was like, yo, like she's not that into you, or he's not that into you. And so it started making them really overthink. But I do think you guys have some sort of spiritual connection. You could even be soulmates. That's going to be up to your own discretion. But there is a beautiful playfulness and energy to this connection, youthfulness to the connection. And I feel like because there's a youthfulness, even if you've been talking for months and it seems like a never-ending story and it seems a little tired, I feel like things will even be more brand new when you finally do sort this through. So we have calcite, busy times and multitasking. Like I'm saying, you know, I think you guys quite literally are both really busy. You can work with calcite if you want. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Ooh, Virgo season coming to get us. Honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Are you busy because you're trying to fill a void, fill up space? Are you busy because they're busy? You know, is it busy because it's anxious energy? And this could even be not directed towards you. This could be them. Like maybe they're just overly busy because they like love you or like you so much. Like they want to see you so bad, but they're trying to be cool. You know, they're like, okay, I guess I'll keep myself busy. Like, I don't know. We have self-confidence through God confidence, Tiger's Eye. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Okay. So I want to pull some tea leaf and then some channeled oracle. Then we'll pull some advice and we will extend this. So we have bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. What? Why? We have teardrop, great personal sorrow, tree, affairs with your family, and eye, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Okay, I'm getting a lot of eye energy, evil eye energy even. So there could be people in your circle or people in their circle that aren't necessarily your guys' biggest fans and they don't have your best interest at hand. I wear like a little protection. My baby has one around his wrist. He's had it since he was like a month old. So I would do maybe a little protection spell. We have November. Some progressions could be happening in November. They could be born or you could be born in November. That could just be very significant for you guys. But I would maybe protect yourself. We have flowers. It's like we have great personal sorrow. Maybe there has been a lot of sorrow over this connection recently, but I do feel like there is a lot of changes happening, especially with the world showing up, a lot of new developments, and I do feel like you guys are going to be legitimately happy. So So what would they say to you? You are so special. I think you are so sexy. I see how loving you are. What would they say to you? What would they say to you? Look how colorful and like so many pinks in this spread. I dream about having a house and kids with you. That is the 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, that's something that they would say to you, like if they could, without like the ego or the game plays. Like they could see themselves like having like a full-on life with you. And this could be really big for this person. Maybe they are a player. Maybe they've been in their player energy for a long time with the tarantula spirit or even the horse spirit, depending on who they are. I've never experienced intimacy like this, but they've never felt this way with a person before. And it's so interesting because I feel like for a lot of you, it's still in the new early development stages. Like wait till they like really get to know you, group number 2. They're going to be so head over heels. They don't stand a chance. I am not good at communicating my feelings. So at least they're self-aware, you know, at least they kind of understand. I love how career oriented you are. So they could see that you're very ambitious and they're probably very ambitious as well. Like I said, I think both of you are quite busy and it could be having to do with work. I want to marry you. Woof. Yeah, this person does not communicate. So the greens are like wants. I think it's sexy how ambitious you are. They're super, yeah. Like, didn't I just say that? With the career-oriented energy, like this person is so into you and they're so into what you're doing with your life. We have don't lie to me. Maybe they think you're hiding something. This gives me twin flame vibes. I act like I don't care, but the truth is I care way too much and I always think of you. So you might think that you're just totally, and I wish you would tell me how you feel. You might just think that you're just totally not on their mind, but that's so not true. Like this person thinks about you all the time. They just try really hard to resist texting you. So what is some advice for this connection? And then we are going to extend this, and the extension is going to be channeled messages from your person. What is some advice from this connection? We have support. I look at the vast network of support in my life and I'm reminded of what a superpower it gives me. At any moment, I can call on an army of top-notch people who want the best for me, which means I'm basically invincible. Take that, loneliness. Run for the hills, boredom. I'm sorry, what did you say to me? Persuasive, all-consuming anxiety? Damn right, you didn't. And look at all the little hermit energy in this little Virgo season as we do this reading. I love it. I love it. All right, you guys, I'm going to extend this. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely comment down below if it resonated. In the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy. I am offering personal readings. If you guys were interested in booking one, send me an email and I will send you the menu. In the meantime, I will see a lot of you guys in the extended. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you guys chose this number 77, I am brave. This is for you. I don't know what happened to my candle. I think it's like dunzo. We are going to be talking about what they would say to you, what your person would say to you if we shed ego and fear and all of that stuff and they were just really transparent and honest with you. I'm going to read the energy of you and your person. Of course, you can flip-flop it, and if it's not you or your person I'm reading, then feel free to pick another pile. And if none of the piles are resonating, feel free to pick another video in the pick a card playlist. I do have other videos such as this one. I am offering an extension for this, which is just pure channeled messages where I channel your person, and that timestamp is going to be linked down below. So you guys chose number 77. I want to light a fresh candle for you. This is my Attract Love Rose Quartz candle, and it's scented vanilla, which is like my absolute favorite. I have a mini version and a large version in my Etsy shop. That's also linked down below. So 77, I am brave. It is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be bold and brave. All right, so I'm gonna close the door because the dishwasher is pretty loud from the kitchen. That's so much better. I felt like I was yelling. Okay. So I could be reading you or your person, and then of course you guys can flip-flop it. So 77, I am brave. So we have the cosmic egg, animal spirit. We have Cancer. And we have advocate. Okay. And then for this animal spirit, we have starfish, Uranus ruling over Aquarius, and we have liberator, which is so Aquarius. So this person could be an Aquarius starfish. They could also have water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in their chart. Cosmic egg. What does cosmic egg represent? I don't think cosmic egg represents any particular zodiac sign in this deck, in this book, and how they represent it. Hold on, I'm looking really quickly. We have the golden egg, the black egg, the unicorn, the cosmic egg. Yeah, I don't see any particular element assigned to it, but we do have Cancer. Okay, and then we have advocate. So you could be a Cancer, or your person could be a Cancer and be represented by the cosmic egg, which is all about the infinite within the finite. It's all about harmony. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. Ooh, okay, and we kind of talked about that. It's time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. I am brave. So you guys might really resonate with sevens and this card saying that you are brave. I do feel like you guys are very spiritual, or this person is very spiritual. This could be someone who has truly gone through a very spiritual journey and awakening in their life. And you guys could kind of be, I almost feel like, connected spiritually. I know that the cosmic egg is connected to the 7th chakra, the crown chakra. So I am going to assume that you guys have some sort of channel of energy that's connected to each other, where it's almost very telepathic. Like you guys always know what each other's thinking and feeling, even if you're at a distance, even if there's separation or no contact. But the cosmic egg spirit here, I feel like, is someone who yields a lot of power cosmically. They could even be very connected in their journey, in their life journey. And I feel like this is someone who's very conscious, very sensitive, very empathic, very intuitive with the Cancer energy. We have advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. This could be someone who's quite literally a shaman or a healer, or you are someone who doesn't just talk about it. Not someone who's like, oh my God, I'm a healer. Like, this is not someone who just talks about it. This is someone who radiates this sort of light force energy. This is really, haven't seen an energy as pure as this one in a reading in a really long time. So I'm trying to emphasize how big of a deal this is. So again, I could be reading you or your person. And then we have Uranus ruling over Aquarius, liberator, like I said, so Aquarius, just for the liberator card. Someone who goes against the grain of society, someone who roots for the underdog, who isn't afraid of being original and different, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. So, this is all, like, you guys as a team are people that really connect on a spiritual level. And then we have the starfish, which I think and I believe rules over the element of water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. So you guys could have some conjunctions in your chart that allow you to be really compatible. So I don't know too much about the starfish. Okay, starfish, beautiful, alluring, but can be superficial or shallow. Okay, interesting. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. So this person or you could be very very aesthetically attractive, like you won the genetic lottery, quite literally. This is someone who's usually very artistic, very expressive. They are positive, make a positive friend. But I do feel like sometimes the starfish in a more negative light can kind of gossip or feel a little bit empty or placid. Okay, so I'm going to check on the energy between you guys. But if this is sounding like you or your person, you are in the right place. And we're going to be talking about what they would say to you. What they would say to you. Okay, we have moving on. The energy between group number 3 and their person. The energy between group number 3 and their person. All right, so movement, choices, and decisions. And, okay, patience really wanted to come through here. And it seems like there can be one of those choices, one of those decisions could involve moving on. It really depends. Or this person has moved on, or you have already moved on, and there's a chance for reconciliation. Okay, so if this is sounding like your pile, you're in the right place. I'm going to move these over to the side, and we're going to dive right in with the tarot and talk about, you know, what this person would say to you. And then you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages from your person. So if everything is resonating with you, by that time I will have more of the energy of your person that I'll be able to really fully channel them. Okay, so what would your person say to you? Okay. What would your person say to you? What would your person say to you? Okay, we have the Hierophant to start. So committed to a spiritual practice, some sort of spiritual commitment. We have the Star, healing. A chance for harmony and renewal, chance for healing. We have the Chariot, and we have the Dawn of Rings. Okay. Clarify the Hierophant, the Six of Cups. So this could be someone from the past. This could be someone that you want reconciliation with, someone that you miss, someone that misses you, wants reconciliation with you. I don't know what happened between you two to cause some sort of separation, but it's definitely you both want to reconcile. I'm getting, at least for some of you, well, for a lot of you, I'm getting that energy. Or there's a chance for reconciliation. So I don't know if there was a separation because of some sort of divine timing element, some sort of divine order in which you guys had to truly work on yourselves, work on your healing. Yeah, there's a lot of full circle cards. Quite literally, we have the World clarifying the Chariot. I do think this person really wants to move towards you or move back towards you in some sort of way. They really miss you. There's something about you that's very nostalgic to them. And I feel like what they would say to you is that they've been really working on themselves and their spiritual practice, committing to their priorities or responsibilities. They've learned a lot. They've healed a lot, but they've missed you a lot in the meantime, and they truly want reconciliation. I feel like this person, you know, they don't know if that's what you want in return. They wonder what you want. They see you might have a lot of options, and it doesn't necessarily always have to represent in love. It could just be that they see you have a lot of options in life. Like you have a lot of opportunity, a lot of things going for you. You seem really busy. But if they got the green light, they would love to come towards you. And coming towards you would be some sort of fulfillment to them and an achievement in some sort of way. And it would be very full circle in the grand scheme of things, because you could have quite possibly known this person for a very long time. And this journey between you and this connection could have been going on for a long time. There could have been a lot of sporadic contact and distance and separation and reconciliation, more separation, and it could have to do with work for some of you. It could have to do with a job. But I feel like this person has done a lot of reflection in the meantime, in the separation that you guys have had, and really is recognizing that they feel like their biggest success is with you. But they feel like the key to success is building a solid foundation. And I feel like that's something that they would express to you, that they really want to invest in this connection, that they really want to, create more harmony. And I think another thing that they would express is that they see you as someone who is irreplaceable. You're unique, you're different, you're unlike anyone that they've ever encountered or met before, and they truly have so much admiration for you. We have the Emperor coming through. We have Justice. So like I said, wanting to even out the scales, wanting harmony, wanting balance, wanting to express their love even, because we have the King of Cups as well. The Emperor I've always kind of imagined as someone who, once they get their mindset on something, they have to have it, they have to go towards it, they have to create it. There's a lot of passion there, a lot of energy. So I feel like this person has come to this understanding, and with karmic balance and justice, like I said, there might even be some sort of element of divine timing, divine order to the situation, but they want to really come through. And it could be that their feelings have just fully matured or just started to mature, and they feel like they can really come towards you with more emotional stability. Like they're having this breakthrough mentally with the Ace of Swords. And they want to communicate everything I'm saying to you, basically, is what they would like to communicate. And then we have the Shadow, which is interesting. Dependence and materialism. I think the Shadow is the devil. So it's interesting to have the Shadow as the end here, because I feel like this kind of represents that, there might have been some sort of codependency or some dependence, or maybe this person had some sort of codependency or dependence, and they were trying to heal from that themselves. And they were dealing with that, and that's why they kind of separated themselves. But we're starting with the Hierophant. So what would this person say to you? What would this person say to you? Truth be told, they want to express some truth to you, their truth in particular. They really want to open up to you in a way that they haven't before. And I do think a lot of that truth has a lot to do with their feelings, with the King of Cups, and expressing that to you. With a Flexible card, I feel like also this person is hoping that you, if you are in the middle of doing something completely different, with the Seven of Cups energy, if you have other opportunities, have other things going for you, they're hoping that you're flexible enough to let them in, to not put your walls up, to not resist them coming towards you, but to allow them to speak their truth to you, to hear them out. We have reflection, so I do feel like this person has done a lot of reflection about you and about this connection. I do think that they believe that you're still a mystery to them, but I think it's also been a mystery to them why there has been this, it feels almost like a tie to you in this connection. Like you guys are very tied to each other. And I think that they have really grown and maybe even fully awakened spiritually. Maybe they're the starfish spirit. And maybe they were so, because I'm seeing this, the King of Cups and the Emperor, I mean, they're so attractive. And I feel like this person was very focused on the material and the physical and like what's outside and how they look and their aesthetic, that they weren't so focused on their heart and their emotions and their expression and spirituality and growth. And I feel like what they would say to you is these breakthroughs, that they've really come to conclusion and to understanding that there is more to life than being shallow essentially, and that you were one of the greatest things that's happened to them and upon meeting you. And although you're still a big mystery to them, they feel like they've learned a lot from you, and they're really hoping that you can keep an open mind. I do feel like this person wants to come towards you in a very kind of playful energy. I don't think they want to be like super serious, but I don't think playful in a immature way, but just more playful in relation to, there could be, I don't know, older woman, I wanted to keep that, in relation to the connection, like they want to just kind of talk again. So there could be an older woman involved in the situation, or you could be an older woman, or they could be an older woman, or there could be dealings with an older woman, and that their mom or, you know, someone is in their ear, or was. We have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Yeah, I saw tree, affairs with your family, maybe your family. We have angel, spiritual guidance. So like I said, I do feel like this connection is and has been spiritually guided and almost even spiritually protected. We have a wishbone, broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted, kite, and flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover, vacation. Okay, so it could even be, and again, this could be from their perspective since I'm pulling what they would say to you, but it could even be that they feel like you're their wish fulfillment, but at this point, you're not going to take them back, or you're not going to listen to them, and that there's going to be some sort of disappointment on their side within the connection, that you completely moved on even. And it could have been at one point in time that they were your wish, with the starfish and a wish, I don't know, it rhymes. And it wasn't granted, and you had that disappointment from them. So we have increased support and forgiveness heals. So I definitely feel like there's some heavy energy here in terms of, you know, history and like going through something with someone. And it could have been that this person really let you down. We have increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to abundance of help and opportunities. And we have topaz, forgiveness heals. Okay. So for their channeled oracle, we have, it wasn't supposed to end up like this. I'm afraid of this connection, but more afraid to lose you. I know you are seeing my messages. Okay, so maybe they have already tried to come back and come through, and you're ignoring them or ghosting them. I've never experienced intimacy like this. So this person feels like they've never been able to open up to someone the way that they've been able to open up to you. It could be too late, this realization that they're coming back after the fact, like duh, like you're not going to find another me. But they are having that realization. I think you are so sexy. What would group number 3's person say to them? I won't ever give up. Okay, so that's that Emperor energy coming through. This person loves the chase. So they might think you're just playing hard to get. Nothing and no one can ever replace you. Wow. This person thinks you are just an angel, and like they're really viewing you. This extended is going to be interesting. They're really viewing you as the one that got away. I want to take you on an adventure. Your body is on my mind. And of course, they're very attracted to you. You know, we talked about how the starfish is very attractive, just because that's what it says in the book. But I am seeing this, you know, if you are the cosmic egg spirit with this beautiful Cancer imagery, I am seeing you as just an angel, like so gorgeous as well. And they definitely think that. But the thing about you or the cosmic egg spirit is there is so much more to you, like so much more. So it's not the first thing that's mentioned, but it doesn't mean that it's any less. You know what I'm saying? And then we have, I'm fighting my feelings for you, and you're way more stable than me. So they're thinking you have it altogether. Everything is fine on your end. You're not suffering over this connection the way they are, but they're really wanting a chance for reconciliation, and they're not going to give up. They're not going to stop until they get what they want, is what I'm seeing. So let's pull some advice for the connection, and then we are going to move into the extended and do channeled messages from your person, and I'm going to channel them in what they would just fully say to you, kind of in monologue form. So what is some advice for this connection? What is some advice for this connection? Okay, we got 2 cards. We have solidarity. I respect the power of solidarity and look for opportunities to unleash it. When a loved one has to do something tough, I'll heed their often silent but sometimes loud and whiny call and participate in the toughness with them. Everything is easier when a partner, cohort, sidekick joins you. The only thing that's not easier is feeling resentment, which I suppose is the overall point. Okay. This is an interesting message. And there is messages throughout here about, you know, forgiveness heals, and maybe like keep an open mind, like allow this person to speak their truth, and, you know, in putting your compassion into action, solidarity, and, you know, especially if this person did wrong you, you have every right to cut them off and block them. But for whatever reason, you are connected to this person spiritually. Otherwise, I wouldn't, you know, because I saw the devil energy. So I understand if it got toxic, and I think you did the right thing if you moved away from them. But for whatever reason, the divine is bringing you guys back together for some sort of reconciliation. Now, it doesn't have to be physical, and it doesn't have to be in love, but there's some sort of conversation with the world coming through that is going to bring about a very full circle moment, a lot of healing, closure even for some of you. We have tact. I speak and act with care, remembering that impulsive words or a harsh tone can sometimes hurt others. It feels like I'm walking on eggshells. I'll remind myself that those eggshells might actually be a shop full of china, and I might actually be a bull. Then I'll remind myself to stop mixing metaphors. Okay, so hear this person out. It seems like the advice is really screaming. We're going to extend this. That's going to be linked down below. In the meantime, however, if you guys were looking to book a personal reading, I am booking. Send me an email, which is also down below, and I will get back to you, and we will go from there. But if this resonated, make sure to leave a comment, make sure to subscribe, and hit the like notification. I will see those of you who wanted to extend this in the extension, which is linked down below. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in your next video.